Savant.
Oh my stars, Cole Curfew ties it.
He's in. He scores! Oh my! Damanov!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a live post-game show of the Curfew Boys podcast. Myself, Sammy, with Anxious Anthony, and I hear myself echo because he's cheating. He counts himself as a viewer, and unfortunately, we cannot edit that. Anxious Anthony
Oh, shit.
with my cousin Chris. Hey now.
Hey, now. We gotta laugh.
Dude, that right there is a metaphor for a disastrous night of the Montreal Canadiens at the Bell Center versus the Dallas Stars. Final score of 7-0. I don't know what we could say tonight. There's a few things to say. Maybe there's some things we just won't say. I don't know what to say. That's just me. Nonetheless, thank you all for joining us on a live post-game show on YouTube and Twitter, also known as X. Please like and subscribe, follow us, give us a shout. It's the only way we could feel a love despite a disastrous night. If you want to hear all of our episodes in audio formats, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts is the place to be. Give us an honest rating and review. Once again, it is the only way we can feel the love. This episode of the Curfew Boys is sponsored by, we'll start with Les Délices Lafresnaye, some of the best cakes, pastries, cannolis that you can find within the Montreal area, and especially Zeppelis during the month of March. And I tell you, I could have used a couple of cannolis or Zeppelis tonight just to eat my sorrows away. They have 6 locations, one for every Dallas Stars goal, including Romeo Brassard, St. Julie,
Well done.
Montreal West.
Well fucking done. Sorry, I had to say that. Well done.
Rosemere, Brassard, St. Julie, Montreal West, Point Claire, and our hometown, St. Leonard. Visit lesdeliceslafresnaye.com. They are simply delicious, simplement délicieux. Also sponsored by Mike's Barbecue Rub. My buddy Mike in RDP has a Canadian company where he creates his own spices, seasoning for anything that goes on the barbecue, vegetables, fish, chicken, meat. If it could go on the grill, you definitely need to use or try Mike's Barbecue Rub. He also uses his own spices to season his kettle chips, which are absolutely amazing. Follow Mike's Barbecue Rub on Instagram, TikTok, and any other social media platform. Visit his website, mikesbarbecuerub.com. He delivers and ships anywhere and everywhere in Canada. And last but not least, don't forget to rub your meat. It's not happening tonight.
Can I understand something? Why do we have sponsors that have food? I'm fucking hungry now. Continue. One more sponsor.
Dude, I'm telling you, this game got me so stressed I could have eaten a fucking cow, like, with one bite. And I'm telling you, I could have used the Mike's Barbecue Rub chips. If I had a box of 20 cannolis, I would have eaten it like that. Cannoli Zeppelis, I'm telling you, this is what this team's been doing to me for the last 2 games at least, but it's okay. It's only a slight bump in the road. Last but not least, we want to thank our boy Sunil from Habs Cave. I don't know if he was at the game tonight. For his sake, I hope he wasn't, but nonetheless, our boy Sunil, Habs Cave, great content regarding Montreal Canadiens memorabilia. It is every Montreal Canadiens fan's dream to have a man's cave like the Habs Cave. Give him a follow, give him some love on Instagram and TikTok, other social media platform. He's such an amazing person, a great member of the Montreal Canadiens community. Give him a follow, like I said, give him some love. Oh boy, gentlemen, everybody, thank you for tuning in. Let's just get on with it. Share your thoughts, share your comments. We've got some comments and thoughts shared on Instagram. 7-0. This was not the type of game I was hoping for the Canadiens to play after that loss against the LA Kings 2 nights ago. And just like that game, an excellent first period.
Like 15 shots to 5.
That's the only compliment I can give. An excellent first period, even though they were down 1-0. You can't give a power play, or sorry, excuse me, you can't give a team like the Dallas Stars some power play opportunities. Second in the league with the best power play percentages after, believe it or not, the Pittsburgh Penguins. You just can't. And they made them pay the price. Wyatt Johnston in the bumper spot where I think somebody like Slavkovsky should play. That's just my opinion. But also, too, if Wyatt Johnston could do it, maybe Cole Caulfield could do it, too. That's another topic, but I'm just saying. That was it. That was it. I thought the second period, they started coming out of the gate. And then the worst thing we could possibly think of happened. I think Alex Newhook is done this season.
You think it's a season-ending injury?
Anthony, did you look at that ankle?
It
went a full 90 degrees. Instant replay. I think Sportsnet, Spitting Chicklets, everybody shared it. I looked at it again. It's not a bragging thing what I'm saying. I don't have a weak stomach. I've seen some shit throughout my career, so I'm a bit okay with it. It's still not fun to watch. Dude, guys, I don't have a good feeling. I don't have a good feeling about this. I think he's done for the season. My hope is if the Canadiens make the playoffs, he could come back in time for the playoffs. I'm going just based off the replay, guy. To me, it doesn't look good. And Chris said it best, and I'll pass you the mic. You said in the group chat that Newhook injury just sucked the life out of this team tonight.
Yeah, that's
Chris. Speak.
It was horrible.
Say what you have to say. But remember this moment about that comment. I want to say something about that comment, but go, Chris. Just remind me.
Yeah. Look, the guys had a good first period. It was the most shots in one period during Jesus. Look, the Newhook injury took the life out of me and just the words out of my mouth. But all that to say is Canadiens with 14 shots, that was the most amount of shots in a period this season. So all that to say is, yeah, they were playing well. Everything was going well. They go down 1-0. Everything's fine. And then Kirby Doc gets hit. And then the next shift, that happens to Alex Newhook, but especially after Alex Newhook went down and he basically got carried off, it was just like the guys like could not put together anything. How many times Cole missed tonight?
Oh,
passes weren't going well. Like
Cursed.
The guys were just like, when you're not there and you just like a snowball effect of negativity. That's what tonight was. And I want to be so pissed and I want to be humiliated by this loss, but I'm telling you right now, guys, like they love one another, they take care of one another, and seeing one of your brothers go down like that, your mind's not on the game. Like, who gives a shit about the game? And respectfully so. I don't blame the guys. Would I have wanted it to finish in a less painful manner with a lower score? Absolutely. But this is the definition of a write-off game. And you saw the instantaneous switch when that happened.
Yeah.
Okay. But can we say, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer here, but can we say it's the Newhook injury that sucked the life out of this team? I mean, they had no life for the last two games. You know what I mean?
It's.
I mean, I get what you're coming from. What you're coming from.
It's not an excuse. It's not an excuse, Anthony. It's not an excuse, but it's. I think I could agree with Chris in the sense that, like, on a mental level, it's got to be tough for the players to really fully focus at 110% on the game. It's definitely a snowball effect. Is it entirely because of the Newhook injury? No, you're facing guys, we got to give the Dallas Stars credit, man. Like
100%.
they're a freaking good team. Like I don't want to piss people off, but I am like outside of being a Habs fan. Like there's a couple players on that team that I really like. Wiht Johnson is one of them. Roope Hintz is one of them. Miro Heiskanen is probably one of my favorite defensemen in the league. Like after maybe like again, put aside the Habs players that I love, like outside of Rasmus Dahlin, like and obviously the Cale Makars, Miro Heiskanen for me is up there. But the Canadiens, how the heck do you make this Smith look like Patrick Waugh out there? I don't get it. I don't get it. Why are the backups beating us? I gotta laugh at my pain here.
Look, is it time to press the panic button? I don't think so.
No.
But you know, true character starts showing when you're playing better teams, right? We were 9-1-1 with non-playoff teams, not contending teams. Now we're playing Tampa Bay. We played LA and now Dallas, two strong, hot playoff teams, and we got destroyed, dismantled back to back. Sam, what did I say a couple episodes ago? We have yet to lose a back-to-back game, and we're there.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Okay, we're there.
So you cursed it, you bastard.
Probably did. But what did I say? Season preview. I made two specific comments about this team and the success for this season.
Mm-hmm.
Injuries.
Yeah.
Has to be close to none and minimal. Yeah. And special teams. I said something else. I forgot what else I said, but those were the two main things.
Yeah.
In the last two games, we are 0-7 in power plays.
We're 0-10. The last 10.
The last two.
I know.
0-6, but then you go back to New Jersey. It was Utah. We missed one. But in the last 3 games, we're 0-7. Now I don't know if you want to go back.
Oh no, the last 10 power plays, I think we're 0-10. Yeah, no, but anyways, you're bringing up a good point about the special teams here.
Yeah.
Total 1,000%.
A team that we were almost close to number 1 in the league. We have a powerful power play unit. You need to score those goals.
Yeah.
I am not saying that power play is your, you know, the you need to, like, we need to score on 5-on-5 as well. But when you're down games and you have a 5-on-3 or a power play, we spoke about this last post game, Chris and I, that it sparks momentum when you're like,
1,000%.
We were down 2-0 at one point, or no, 3-0. We got a power play.
Mm-hmm.
One goal sparks up the whole game. Same thing last game too. When we were down 2-1, Chris. You know, you score that 5-on-3 when you said it, Sam. That 5-on-3 could have changed that whole game. Yes. I'm not saying that we need to be perfect on power plays, but when you're down a game, power plays are very key. And we are lacking that right now. We are lacking that.
Yeah, right now it's not working right. You know, guys, you know what I miss on the Montreal Canadiens power play? I miss that slap shot from the point. Yeah. I miss like we're going way back 2002, 2004. Like I miss the Sheldon Surrey wind-up. I miss the PK Subban wind-up. I miss the Shea Weber wind-up on the power plays. We're kind of missing that right now. And yeah, Noah Dobson could provide that on the second unit. But this first unit is staying on for a minute 15 seconds. Like Lane Hudson doesn't have the shot. He's the quarterback. And again, we have, for this power play unit, we have the right guys up there. I truly believe that. It's just right now, it's just not clicking. It's not that it's not clicking. It's just,
but hold on. Sorry.
It's clicking, but it's not. It's weird. They're finding each other. I just don't think
they're not finishing.
I think they're not finishing, and they're trying to find the perfect play. I find. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. You said it perfectly, Sam. They're trying to find that perfect play. Again, these 0-10. I went back, and you're right, Sam. I think we're 0-10. It goes back to all the way to Jersey here.
Yeah,
Fuck the world.
look what Shane Oliver wrote about beating bottom feeders. Like you gotta beat playoff teams. It's true. He's right.
Yep.
He's right. And this and
Canadian
that
wearing the poppy.
exactly.
Gotta do my Don Cherry.
But so back to what I was saying. So we are 0-10. I just went back to Jersey. We haven't scored a power play prior to Jersey, the Jersey game, the Utah game, LA game, and now this game here. We have not scored a power play goal. But am I saying that we look like last year and the year before's power play unit, that we're just not in the zone and the other team is just clearing the puck? No, we're actually in the zone for a full minute and a half. We're just not closing. We're not finishing. And that's exactly what Roberto said. Too many passes, finding that perfect play. I get it, but shoot the fucking puck.
Yeah. No.
And then and also one more thing. Sorry, I'm venting here a little bit, but I want to say something from last episode. Chris said it, non-characteristic moments from certain players.
Mm-hmm.
What is going on with our defensive core?
Lane
Hudson.
We're now 2 back-to-back breakaways because of Lane Hudson. 2 back-to-back breakaway goals because of Lane Hudson going too deep in. What are you doing?
I'm not going to go as far and say, Chris, I'm just going to say this. I'm not going to go as far as say that Lane Hudson is suffering from the sophomore jinx.
I'm not saying that here.
No, I'm not. We're not saying that. It's just it's maybe it's at least 2 games now where you're looking at Lane Hudson and you're like, and it doesn't mean look the kid's gonna bounce back. The whole team's gonna bounce back. I'm pretty certain of it. It's just again, it's this is what you get with a young team. This is what you get with the youngest team in the league, guys. This is where fans need to realize that this rebuild is not exactly done the way we think and hope it is. This isn't the final product. Go, Chris.
Well, you took the words out of my mouth because I don't want to say sophomore jinx.
Sorry.
But that's it. I was going to say this is the closest to what a sophomore jinx will look like for Lane Hudson. He was the only player on the team to be -4. Everybody else was less than that. The only guys who were at 0 were Suzuki, Caulfield, and Slavkovsky. Also Newhook evidently didn't play as much. And then the only other guys that were -1, Matheson, Dobson, and Jackeye. But again, when Lane Hudson, and it's crazy to say, but when Lane Hudson doesn't have the best game, I'm not saying that it's on Lane Hudson, and I'm not saying that he has to always be carrying, but man, I think it's safe to say when Lane Hudson's having a great game, he really carries the team on shoulders, and when he doesn't, it might be a little bit more evident, and not because he's making mistakes. It's just because he might not be as good and might not be generating as much. So we end up with a lot less output at the end of the day. But I just, it's unfortunate. Like I said, the difference between and the reason why I'm going to stick to it being not the sophomore jinx, but the closest thing to. I think Lane Hudson is just the type of guy who's going to go sit down, watch a few videos, get aligned once again, and then come back and be perfectly fine. Like he's just not that type of player. He's far too good for it, and that's why this is a momentary struggle that he's going to overcome, and he'll be back to it. Okay. I do. Anyway, so like fans, don't worry. Wasn't his greatest game. It's perfectly okay. Jackeye deserves more time. I want to talk about ice time. Hi-fi sound guy. Thank you so very much. At a 6-0 game, I will say this much.
Hi-fi to hi-fi. Hi-fi to hi-fi.
Yeah, hi-fi, Jackeye, Wi-Fi. I do think that Jackeye is getting better and better. He seems to be a little bit more at ease out there. But one thing that I do want... he's making simple plays.
Yeah.
I don't want to harp. I really don't want to harp on a guy who doesn't deserve it because, again, the expectations for the guy have to be, relatively low on the overall. But I don't like Joe Veleno automatically getting time with certain guys and more minutes. Like, it's 6-0. There's never a better time to say, "Hey, Demidov, go have fun." You're going to be playing.
Well, did you notice the lines? Did you notice the lines were switched a little bit at one point? I think in the third, you saw Doc with Demidov, and I want to say Cole. You saw that with Bolzerk too. Cole got in a couple of times with. I know Cole did a couple of shifts with Kirby. But yeah, I get you're totally right. Yeah, for sure, Chris.
It's just like there's nothing to lose. There's genuinely pardon me, nothing to lose. Like, have fun. Let the kids, and it's not fun, but let the kids go out and kind of try to spark something, because clearly nothing was working this game. So it's in instances like this that I say, like, damn it, I do not want to see a guy like Veleno coming, and there's a guy missing. There's Newhook who's not. He's injured. He's out. You have to fill a hole. You have to kind of adjust your lines, like you said. You have to play around with the lines so the guys don't get tired. But all this to say is, I want to see the young guys go out, play reckless, make mistakes. Fuck. It's, if ever there's not going to be a spotlight on a guy for making a mistake, it's when the whole team is making mistakes and looks crappy. So that's one adjustment that I would have loved to have seen in the third period, especially.
Is it necessary for these kids, for this young team, to face this type of adversity though? I think at some point this could be a blessing in disguise. Maybe this could be a necessary evil.
If they bounce back, then yes, we need moments like this to shake up these young kids for sure. But they need to bounce back.
1,000%. But remember, was it last season where they got that beating against the Penguins? Was it like a 9-1 or 9-3, like
3?
something like that? And after that game, they kind of like I think Marty started making them like back skate, and then they slowly started making their way up. My point in all this is that I think at this stage in the rebuild, it's still, and again, it's crazy to think that they're still the youngest team in the league. Maybe this is what needs to happen. Maybe this, like, you know what I mean? It's tough for me to explain, but I think this is another type of adversity that this team needs to go through. And maybe this is the type of fucking shit that needs to happen, not for management to wake up, but now to really start thinking, do we need to add another piece that either could be a bottom six, but somebody that's big, that could provide a little bit more grit somewhere down the line? I don't know, because you mentioned Joe Veleno. Like, I don't know how much longer.
He almost scored tonight,
dude. Well, he almost scored in the first. He almost scored in the first period. Mike Matheson almost scored a nice one in the first period. Oliver Kapanen, the puck bounced over his stick in the first period. I think that Demidov got robbed in the third. Like I said, Casey DeSmith. Somebody take that mask off of him and see if it's Patrick Roy or Martin Brodeur under there. But yeah, no, it's the Dallas Stars guys. Like, they're such. Them too, like in the West, they're such a well-oiled machine. They're not up there with the Colorado Avalanche, but they're not far either. This team went to the Western Finals for a reason. Like, man, they know that, like, they're at that stage. They're still young, but they're a lot more mature players out there. When they countered, they knew they had him. They knew they had him. That's exactly what happened. Every counterattack went in.
So a few things to note. Another veteran team.
Yep.
More problems. Let's continue on and say that Montreal has an absolutely horrendous record, especially against LA. Like, more LA, more so than Dallas. Mm-hmm. So that's, I hate playing those Western. I hate the Southwest teams from the United States. The Canadiens, I don't know if it's vacation mode. I don't know what it is. At least it's not points against us within our own conference, but we cannot, like, we have a mental deficiency in terms of playing these guys, or an inferiority. But one thing, the goalie loss has been glaring, but I do want to see one more thing though. And we cannot move on from it. You say this is a necessary evil, or this is a necessary challenge for this young team. This is going to be the ultimate mental test that we get to evaluate as fans, because this is exactly where the season went downhill. Everything was problematic. They won the first game, and then they lost a whole slew of games. They got behind the 8 ball. This is going to be the test to see whether or not they have that mental fortitude to get back on track and get winning games. If they can't, then it clearly shows that they're still young and not immature, irresponsible, immature.
Oh,
They're
no,
just
just
they're
maturity of
not
the
yet.
game.
They don't have that maturity as hockey players, as a team just yet, and they're
We have a
still.
tough
It's a
schedule coming
telltale
up.
sign.
Oh,
It's a
yeah.
Very
telltale
tough.
sign that they still have much growth ahead of them.
Yeah.
What pisses me off is this loss happened right after and not only us, every outlet, podcasters, news had the whole debate like you and I, Chris, about is it Monty the problem? Is Monty the problem? And now you go game right after, you put in Dobej and he lets in 6 goals.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's his fault, but it sucks that
They let in 5. But we get it.
Monty came in at the 6th.
Yeah. But yeah, we
just
get it.
to say, like we just had this whole Monty debate. So to me, a loss like this kind of benefits the mental issues or helps the mental side of Monty. If that makes any sense. Because if after a game like last week against LA, losing like that, the media destroyed Monty. We're all saying, okay, Dobej is it is, put Dobej. If Dobej would have won tonight, Monty would have been like, you know what I mean? He would have been crucified. If that makes sense.
I'm gonna go back to this game being a complete write-off, because Dobesh, and even Montembeault are right up in there as teammates who are impacted by what happened to their teammate. And I don't think I can call it as it is. Dobesh didn't have the greatest game. He didn't have a terrible game, but like statistically he had an atrocious game, but I don't think his play was horrible. But again, you think of it this way. Think of the sequence of events. Broken stick, Doc gets injured, and on the same play you get scored on. The next shift, Alex Newhook goes out and arguably looks like he either high sprain, terrible sprain, or completely broken ankle, leaning towards a broken ankle. Like, you talk about bad luck, the players are just there like, what the hell just happened? Like, what was that last minute and a half? And so even Dobesh, like, he didn't look sharp thereafter, and it went from 1-0 to okay, goal on that play with the broken stick and Doc being injured. Then your teammate gets injured, and then another 3 goals go in. I say it like this, Anthony. Like, this is a complete take this game, pluck it from the 82 games schedule, drop it. It's not up for analysis. Like, the analysis is just.
But
they turned off.
My problem I have with that, though, Chris, is that we said the same thing against the Kings, though.
But no injuries.
I understand that, but it's. I think you got to. I'm trying to look at the overall play. Maybe this one again, not an excuse about the injuries, but somehow like mental toughness goes a long way in the game of hockey in any sport, and it's tough to get yourself focused after an injury like that. But yeah, they gotta forget about this game too. But we said the same thing last game, so like they got to go back to the drawing board in a sense. My whole thing about the goalie debate now is, and to kind of go back to what Anthony was saying about all of Montembeault and his thought process behind everything going on. I just can't stand how maybe the fan base, definitely the media. I mean, everybody's guilty, and I get it comes to the market. Like, we all want the hot goalie, the goalie that's going to get you the better chance of winning. And Dobesh's records before this game really, prove the point. I really hate this Montembeault versus Dobesh narrative. It reminds me of the same thing when we did this Struble versus Jackeye narrative. Who deserves to go in? And then it's like, well, the ones that are the Montembeault supporters that now tonight they're saying, "Oh, well, look what Jakub Dobeš, look how Jakub Dobeš played," and then and then you know what I mean. And then the Dobeš supporters, it's like any chance they can be, "Well, look at Montembeault, he gets in, he goes in tonight's net, the first shot goes in." I hate this, guys. I really, really, really hate this. We shouldn't be doing this to our players. Yes, we actually have as fans kind of the right to say he's not playing well. He's not playing up to his standards or his level at this point in his career. Those are facts. They are facts. We're allowed to say that. I'm just getting sick and tired of this whole, if you don't want Dobeš to play, that's fine. But if he is going to be the goalie, fucking, we got to encourage these guys. Look at him saying, like, I had to shut off my social media account because it was just nothing but bad shit being thrown at me. Like, that's so unnecessary. It comes with the market, and I understand. It's just so unnecessary, but whatever. People are going to do what people are going to do. I'm just saying is that, like, for every player on this team, you got to take the good with the good and the bad with the bad. If we could say that Lane Hudson's having a bad game, but we know he's going to bounce back, we should be able to do the same thing and say the same thing for Sam Montembeault. We should be able to do the same thing and say the same thing for Jakub Dobeš, which I feel like they will. On the other side of the coin, though, I will say this about Sam Montembeault. Given his age and the state he's at in his career, I don't know if he's going to be any better than where he was at last season. Something I thought about the last few days, and it doesn't mean that Sam Montembeault is not a good goalie. I'm really not saying that at all. I'm just saying at the age that he's at, he's 28, 29.
I think he's
So I think he's definitely close. He's in his late 20s. I definitely think close to 30. But goalies are unpredictable. First of all, like they're late bloomers. Sometimes even in their early 30s, they could be stars. Okay, we've seen goalies in the past do that. I just don't know if Sam Montembeault is going to be better than what he was at last season. I still think he could bounce back, win us some games. I just don't know. I can't see him being. I don't know how to explain this. I really think we have
his ceiling has been reached. I think we got to see the best of him, and it's not going to get better.
To summarize it, he's not going to be the goalie to make Team Canada again.
I definitely don't think his chances of making Team Canada are there.
No, but that's what you're trying to say. He's not that Team Canada caliber anymore.
Well, remember when he was selected for Team Canada at the World Championships and he won gold? Doesn't matter. It's not the same type of players, whatever. Like, he was still selected and he still won gold. Like, international tournaments, you're playing against the best. He did deserve to go to Team Canada for the Four Nations. He was the third goalie. Like, there's no disrespect. He's a gold medalist. He's a Four Nations champion. You want to call it? Absolutely. He's there for a reason, but
I said it last episode and many times before.
I'm just going to end it on this end. I just don't see him making Team Canada this year. I wish it wasn't the case. I'm just giving my honest opinion. If he makes it, hey, Tom Muir, even better. Good for him. I can't see it right now. I just can't.
And I don't see it either now based on the play, but I'm still not look, you mentioned it before about the whole debate of Dobeš and Monty. Look, we're just speaking out what we're seeing in front of us. Dobeš has been playing better. Am I saying that Monty sucks? Am I saying that Monty is done? Am I saying let's throw in the towel with Monty? No, because I'll speak for myself, and let's rewind back to last season podcasts and the season before. I've been a big fan of Monty from
you've been a supporter. That is true.
I still am. And I think all he's missing is that, and this is what he always lacked year after year after year. There's a moment where he plays like, let's trade him for a bag of pucks. And then there's moments where he's fucking Carey Price again. You know what I mean?
Damn.
But well, not last season, but the season before, we all freaked out on like he played a perfect season. He just had that consistency, but that's what he's missing. He cannot stay consistent. That's his problem. I don't know what it is about Monty. He's just not a consistent goalie. Well, when he's in that streak, he's a great number one goalie. And I think now this season, he's overthinking. Let's just summarize it that way. He is overthinking. He is getting bombarded by the media. He's playing against a young goalie who's actually winning games. It's hard on a goalie to be, especially in this fan base and in this media. You're going into the Bell Center. Your team is doing amazing. Finally, your team looks great on the ice, and then you're losing games for them. You feel like shit, right? And then you're the media attacking you, the fans attacking you. It's only
Mike
normal.
Chirona is attacking.
What?
Yeah, you're doing commercials.
Mike Chirona is busting through walls to
but that's the thing. You go on the ice. You think your goalie's just there ready and not thinking.
Kool-Aid man. Oh, why?
So,
no, I hear what you're saying, Ant.
I think he needs like this mental vacation, just cleanse it all out and start fresh. And I think if he becomes, I don't think it's over for him, but he needs to snap out of whatever he's going through in his mind.
He still has a year left on his contract. Imagine if this year was a contract year for him.
Oof. And guess what? Contract year is going to be a fucking Patrick Roy next year.
Maybe. And then we're going to all say,
that's not
but then it's going to come down to,
coming up.
Who are you keeping to be goaltending with Jacob Fowler? Is it going to be Montembeault or is it going to be Dobesh? Like I'm telling you all now, there's going to be a decision in the future. Like, and I'm not saying Jacob Fowler's NHL ready, not yet. Anyways, full season of Laval this year, and maybe start the season in Laval next year. But sooner rather than later, management's going to have to make a decision between these three goalies. They drafted Jacob Fowler to be their guy, folks. I'm just letting you all know now. Like, at some point, management's gonna have to make a decision. Who's gonna be pairing up with Jacob Fowler as far as goaltenders are concerned in this city and in this team? It's gonna come down to one or the other. But you said he needs a mental break. He's gonna have to take one soon and get ready soon, because Saturday night against the Bruins, like, I think I could predict Montembeault taking the net.
That's the game where he can just prove everybody wrong. Yeah. Back to Newhook. Sorry, I want to bring this back up because when you told me you watched the video and you were looking at,
I like this comment here.
For the next 4 games are versus weaker teams: Bruins, Jackets, Caps, and Leafs. Probably win 3 out of 4. Hopefully, I hope he's right. But back to Newhook for a second.
Yeah,
I saw the replay completely wrong live. I thought it was his left foot or whatever.
Yeah.
I thought it was the other one that went straight. I'm like, okay, it's just a sprain. I'm rewatching it, and someone screenshotted that moment of his fucking. He's done for the season. I'm sorry.
His leg went 90 degrees.
No, he's done.
It went 90 degrees, It's
watching, like, I wish I can share this, but like,
no, don't. It's just for the sake of our audience.
This picture right here,
it's awful. It's awful. Him. Yeah, it's awful. Like awful.
And the word Suzuki.
Yeah.
Quote.
Oh no.
I feel bad for him. He's off to probably the best start of his career.
Dude, I was just about to say that. Man. I hate it. I hate this. I fucking hate this. It only in Montreal, man. And him too. I gotta double check if he's playing for a contract year as well. I'm gonna go on puckpedia.com, which is a very good website for contracts and details and such. Give me 2 seconds, folks. Alex Newhook. No, he's got 1 year left on his deal at 2.9. Still, Nick Suzuki's absolutely right. This is, man, since Alex Newhook's been a Montreal Canadian, we have never seen him play at such a comfortable level. And it helps when you're playing with an Ivan Demidov on your lineup, on your line, excuse me. But God damn it, man! Like that goal he scored against the Mammoth, like just that deep cut in, like, it just showed that he was at a whole new comfortable, confident level, and this happens. Like I'm expecting the worst news coming out of the Canadiens regarding that
Did
injury.
Doc get hurt again tonight as well? No.
Well, he blocked a shot off the ankle, and those sting.
I think it just hurt.
Those
And
sting.
No, but I'm looking at the Twitter right now, and the people roll Doc question mark.
So a question.
There are a few. Oh, do you mind? Do you mind if I say one?
Yeah, go.
one
Yeah, for sure,
last
for sure.
thing?
Yeah, for sure.
With this injury, we're down yet another centerman, and I just wanted to address something that was coming up all day, and it frustrated me personally. I'd love to get your guys' take on it after the fact, but um, there are a lot of rumors regarding Tage Thompson, and the big one was
Okay.
Tage Thompson for Slavkovsky. I know Slavkovsky had a bad previous game. I thought he had a hell of a better game this game. That goes without saying.
He was actually on advanced stats. I saw on Twitter
But
he was
the
the
best
best
player
one.
of the team.
Yeah, he was.
Well,
He was. Yeah,
to go
offensively at least. Yeah.
to go a step further, fans, like I don't even know. I don't even know why we're even calling for this. I know you have to give something to get something, but we keep even on the Curfew Boys, we keep having this discussion of having bigger players. You don't give up one of your biggest players to go get another player just because he's a little bit
No.
bigger, or because his game is a little bit better, or because he might be a better fit for Ivan. Like one of the dumbest things that I heard, and respectfully, one of the dumbest things that I heard is, oh, you go get Tage Thompson for Slavkovsky, and then you put Demidov up on the top line. Like all I want to say is, please, for the love of God, Sam Montembeau is a perfect example. These guys, their phones are never too far away from them. Can we not? Can we not? Especially for a future star player, for a young kid, for these kids who are not even 23 years old, not even close to having tapped into the potential that they will, or the players that they will become. Let's just not carelessly throw out their names in trade rumors. Yes, I would love Tage Thompson, and we have an abundance of young players and guys in the pipeline. I also want to address, like, for the love of God, people, like, mark our words as the Curfew Boys. I think a collective nod is gonna go. You don't throw around names like Slavkovsky, and you don't throw around names like Michael Hage. You don't throw around names like Jacob Fowler, and like even I'd say Zarovsky at this point in time. Oh, I'm just gonna say that was just a frustrating moment in my day.
Yeah,
And like,
I hear you,
stop throwing
but
shade.
but I think Marco D'Amico is the one that said the Canadiens that reported that the Canadiens have inquired about Tage Thompson, and I think you have to if you're Kent Hughes. But I agree with you. I don't think I could give up a Uri Slavkovsky for a Tage Thompson is 28 years old. Like he's not as young as we think. I mean, like he's in his prime right now. For 40 plus goal seasons in the past 3 years, so 90 something. I think he's like a 97-point player at one point.
His best season was
His best
97.
season, doing that all in Buffalo, out of all freaking franchises. No disrespect. You have to look into how you could acquire this guy.
You do.
But
It's the
but
names that are going the other
yeah,
way
I know.
that
But
you
everybody,
don't.
but Chris, everybody thinks we had to give up Michael Hage to get Noah Dobson. You know what I mean? You have to give this, you have to give it that, you have to give the papa Mimi Coco. Sorry, I don't want to rip off Tony Marinaro here, but
I'm gonna twirl my mustache here and play my guessing game. But if there's anything that's going to be played around with, I think we're very happy with what our forward group looks like
Mhm.
right now. If there's anything that's gonna shift around, it would be on the defensive side of things. I'm not starting
Oh,
any. I don't know shit, fans,
no, Chris.
but it would be Caden Gooley, David Reinbacher, Mike Matheson. Like, there are names that you're not going to want to necessarily throw into the mix that are going to have to come into the mix because we have too many of those guys. We don't have extra Slavkovskis sitting
No,
around
but
and waiting
Buffalo,
in the pipeline.
but Buffalo with Owen Power, with Rasmus Dahlin, and with Bowen Byram, and who else? Hold on, I have their list over here too.
It's not a fit. It's not a fit.
No, but yeah, pretty much. I don't see them asking for a defenseman in return. Maybe I'm gonna throw David Reinbacher's name out there. I'm not saying the Canadiens would trade David Reinbacher for a Tage Thompson, but if they were to ask for a defenseman, maybe him, somebody on the right side. And again, maybe, I don't know. I'm not Kevin Adams or wherever the heck is the GM of the Sabres. Although, hold on, I'll get the name right here. Hold on a sec.
While you're looking there, I want to go. Yeah,
Sorry,
go
I'm going to finish this. I could see the Buffalo Sabres asking for Michael Hage. However, I would.
No deal.
No deal whatsoever. I'm just saying, if we were to ask, hey, what does it take to acquire Tage Thompson from you guys? Definitely a first round pick. I think it's that's what if I was the GM of the Sabres, I'd be like, yo, you're giving me a first round pick, you're giving me Michael Hage, and maybe you're giving me another forward or maybe another defenseman. I don't know. But it's not going to happen. We're just speaking hypothetical bullshit, blah, blah, blah. It's not going to happen for now. Go, Anthony.
I don't want to go back and repeat myself. Sorry. I've been listening to you guys, but I'm also like just scrolling down X and reading all these comments for tonight.
Yeah.
So sorry if I'm bringing back the whole goalie situation, but I just want to apologize if Monty, if you're actually listening to our podcast, I'm proud, happy if you are. But if you are listening to us, I want to apologize. I did say I'm a fan and I still have hope for you. But it's funny how, and I'm going to quote Mitch Gallo from 690, guys.
I love Mitch Gallo, but yeah.
He wrote something that really eye-opening right now. And Sam, you kind of said it before when you were, saying, the whole debate of Dobej and Monty, enough is enough. Like, fuck off.
I hate the Dobej versus Monty narrative amongst the fan base.
We're one to blame. Look, Chris, let's just speak out there. Last post game, we fucking dismantled Monty. For at least 15 minutes, right? Give or take.
No, you know what? I'm gonna stand my ground on this one because we said we want to win, and Monty is not his, whether it be his headspace, whether it be his performance, whatever it is, he's not there.
We kind of somewhat blamed him for the loss.
Well, I still stand by, and I think all of Montreal stands by that third goal.
Was
murdered that last game.
Yes.
It's got to freeze that.
But Mitch Gallo writes, I'm simply pointing out how quickly people are to criticize Montembeault, but will make every excuse possible for Dobej. Not once in this episode, 5 goals on Dobej. Not once in this episode have we said anything negative about Dobej.
Oh no, Chris said that Dobej didn't play well.
Yes, we're talking about him, but we're so nice about it, right? Like, he didn't have a good game. When Monty is like,
you know what? I think the difference is, I don't want to cut you off, Ant. I think the difference, if the reason, okay, I see what you're saying. We're being gentle about it.
We're being gentle about Dobej, but we attack Monty.
Okay, I get it. No, and I get it. I understand what you're saying, but look at his stats though. He's 6-1-1. If the roles were reversed, I think we would be a little bit more critical towards Dobej. And somebody said this too. Listen, we live in Montreal. We live in the province of Quebec. If, let's say, I heard this on French radio this morning, and it's a good thing. If the roles were reversed, if, let's say, Montembeault was at a 6-0-1 record, and Dobej was at a bit of the not so winning record, but we gave more chances to Jakub Dobej, this province would be fucking flipping its shit. It would have gone bananas. So and trust me, I agree with Mitch Gallo. I get what you're saying, Anthony. What it all comes down to, I don't know if I could speak for the entire fan base, but I've said this from the beginning of the season, and when we started seeing signs of Montembeault just not having a good game and just not playing well to his capabilities, we're in such a we gotta win as many games as possible mode. We have that. We all have that wired and programmed in our brains right now that the Canadiens need to make the playoffs this year after what they did last season, getting in at the skin of their teeth, still showing somewhat fight in them against a veteran, bigger team like the Washington Capitals. Well, right now it's like, and when you have a coach like Marty saying, we're just getting warmed up, we're picking up right where we left off, and they kind of did. Yeah, they lost the first game against Toronto. Didn't play a bad game, though, but then started winning like they did. We're all in that mindset like win, 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 win. And right, it was Jakub Dobeš that was winning more of those games often than not. Whereas, unfortunately, Sam Montembeault, he just wasn't. So, listen, I want to think if it was different, if Monty was winning and Dobeš wasn't, I think we would have been defending Monty a little bit more. But just let's just be honest here. When we're putting the number one goalie position on Montembeault and he's not delivering, and if we want to win, if Marty wants to win, he's got to start making those decisions. Look, Jakub Dobeš tonight wasn't there at all. At all. The first I had a bad feeling. In all honesty, I had a bad feeling when that Wyatt Johnson shot went in the net, and then Dobeš made a reaction. I was like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? But at the same time, too, could we also, like last game, you guys said it wasn't all on Monty. And you guys were absolutely right. You guys said that. It's not all on Monty. It's just that third goal where he could have frozen the puck easily, just kill the momentum that the Kings had in our zone, and then that's it. You as a goalie, you can't do that. But that right there is just a testament of where Monty is mentally, unfortunately, this season. That's what it is. So you have a goalie doing that. You have Jakub Dobeš, who got very emotional after a loss against New Jersey. Some liked it, some didn't like it. That's okay. Like it's okay that he got emotional, but you gotta. It's okay to ask the question too, though. Is the kid okay? Like he's gonna go and say, "Yeah, I'm fine. You guys don't have to worry about me."
Well, he did say that. He came out of the guys. You don't have to worry about me.
Yeah, no, he said that. And it's fine. And then they're
There's
brothers.
going to be an Anthony impersonation segment in the episodes. There's Slavkovsky being bad and a bad boy apparently.
It's
okay.
Okay. Look, being okay. Look, my point is that it's okay if he got emotional. He had his reasons, fine. But when it all comes back to, in every single sport, the ones that are able to bounce back against adversity are the ones that are the mentally strongest players, the mentally strongest athletes. That separates from being good to being great. It is, and again, Jakub Dobeš, it probably will be there one day. You never know. It's all going to depend on him. But right now, like, I think we all just need to chill the F out when it comes to the goalies. Like, take a breather. The players and the coaches trust them. I really think they do. So we need to trust in that. It wasn't Dobeš's night tonight, but it wasn't the entire team's night as well. And it's the same thing like the LA Kings. It wasn't their night, except I didn't see Dobeš do a simple. Dobeš didn't do a freebie. That's just the only difference I can think of.
Yeah. And the silver lining in all of this too, just to move on past the goalie debate. However they played, whatever mistakes that they made, fun part about it is it's all in the past. I do want to go back to the whole discussion that this was a fantastic learning, a painful but fantastic learning opportunity. And I'm happy they got it out of their systems against non-division rivals, not even
Yeah, that's true.
inter-conference.
Yeah.
interconference teams. Like again, who
that's true.
gives a crap about Dallas and LA? Let them get their points. That's not going to impact our playoff chances necessarily. And most important, guys, we're gearing up to play Boston this Saturday and Toronto next Saturday, and even have a playoff rematch in a certain sense against the Caps. Especially Boston and Toronto. I hope they come out flying Saturday. Like I know that there's going to be a missing piece in Newhook, unless Jesus himself comes back to life and fixes his ankle. I don't think he'll be there.
Okay, like this episode lasted a lot longer than I thought. We actually had very good topics and good debates and discussions. I want to end it on this. Newhook out. I don't know, Ed, you said you were on Twitter. I don't think the Canadiens announced a call
Nothing
up.
announced yet. They're still evaluating.
And I think we've had this a couple of comments in like a couple of minutes ago. Who do you guys think gets the call up?
Maybe Davidson?
I think so too. I think Jared Davidson deserves a call up. However, I just thought of something. Look, I really believe Jared Davidson deserves a call up, leading the team in goals, leading the Val Rocket with 9 goals in 13 games. But if you're calling up someone, it's probably going to be on the long term. So,
which means Belzile. That's
dude. I Chris, we laugh, but
no, it's not a joke. It's just
no. I know
you might opportunity with the Montreal Canadiens.
You might be onto something.
But wait, there's been and we spoke about this at the beginning of this episode, but we didn't really elaborate a bit more. There is a lot of rumors since off season, camp, and beginning of the season about looking for that second top 6 forward, right? And the centerman.
Well, especially the second line center, yeah.
Yeah. Do you think this injury speeds that up?
Oh fuck. I mean, well,
because I think they were just waiting for the right time and they weren't rushing it, right? But now,
Newhook's not playing center this season, though.
Yes, but now that line is completely.
You need a winger. You need a winger for that line. Okay. Oh my God!
Breaking news: Michael Hage signs pro contract. No.
Dude, Chris, you motherfucker! Don't do that. Even though it doesn't make absolute sense, where he's just starting off his NCAA season. Don't do. Okay. I'm gonna go on a limb here. Let's have some freaking fun with this. Our boy Rob mentioned his name, and a couple of guys in the comments mentioned his name too. But during the rookie showdown game, who was the best line? Do you guys remember who the best line was for the Canadiens during the rookie showdown against the Leafs? The Leafs rookies, whatever the heck you want to call it. Come on, guys.
I'd love against Boston. I would love nobody more than Florian Xhekaj to be coming up. Does it make sense for the hole that we have to fill? Absolutely not. Let's be honest with ourselves.
I'm just saying.
Florian is Florian. I said Florian. A few minutes ago. If you have to go back as proof, I did. I would love to see guilty
as
but
charged. Gotcha.
Will he fit the role? That's like you're asking a lot of the kid, and he's got some development, and it's not time to be selfish because we'd love to see him play with the Montreal Canadiens. Could you imagine Florian and Arbor Xhekaj? First game is against the Boston Bruins. Could you imagine the havoc and just like, oh my God, that would be something else. But
it'd be nice to see again.
I'm going to calm down. We'd
have to like Simona Xhekaj. Happy birthday, by the way, to Simona Xhekaj. She'd have to leave her vacation spot to come fly back to Montreal to watch her boys play an official NHL game together. I don't know.
Is she pissed off? I don't think she could possibly be frustrated in that moment.
No. Ben,
No, of course
Sure?
not. But could you imagine, like, guys, seriously, you couldn't
No,
wait for me
no,
to get
no,
back from
not
vacation?
not even close. But no, honestly, Chris, I think you might have nailed it on the head. I wouldn't be surprised if it's an Alex Belzil or a Lucas Condotta call up. To be 100%
Oh,
honest with you,
yes. Yep.
because
Why but why
he's
not
under
Owen Beck as a
he's
centerman?
he's under contract. Well, maybe because are they gonna call up Joshua Roy again? I don't know,
Because it's a winger that we need then again.
but Owen Beck
I
Beck
keep
can play
thinking
wing too.
Newhook is playing center. It's been Kapanen. Like, well,
No, no, no.
I'm sorry. I'm tired. Clearly,
I don't know. I'm extremely curious to see. For sure, there's going to be an announcement tomorrow morning. They probably called whoever. Or you know what? Because I think is Laval playing tomorrow on Friday. Hold on a sec. Schedule. No, they're playing Saturday, and they're in Hartford. They're on the road, so
well, get
they're
on
gonna
that bus.
they're gonna have to get someone tomorrow. I think an announcement is gonna be made tomorrow on the call up.
I
Again,
wouldn't be surprised to see it before midnight. Friendly bet.
chances are, Chris, chances are the team already got their player. They already called for that player. They just didn't announce it yet. Sometimes they do that. Sometimes they do something not overnight, but like pretty late night. Then it's announced the next morning. Yeah, no, my bet is probably going to be on a bit of a veteran. I think a Condotta or a Belzil, and then you put them on the fourth line with maybe Veleno and Evans, and maybe you put Josh Anderson on that line with Kapanen and Demidov, maybe. Or you got to move shit around. Maybe you put Demidov with Bolzuk and Doc.
I thank you. Thank you. I absolutely want to see Kirby Doc, Zach Budzerk, and Ivan Demidov have that
Mm-hmm.
opportunity. I don't care how young, how inexperienced, how much, how many potential defensive lapses there might be. Those guys are after the first line. I think at the moment, with injuries aside, those are your three top offensive guys,
Mm-hmm.
similar in terms of speed, similar in terms of maybe creativity, or complement one another between Doc, Demidov passing and opening up space for especially and being able to get the puck over to Budzik. I
Mm-hmm.
think that would be a much more dangerous line and
Yeah, and
be
I
able
and
to
I
keep
could
the
see
rest
and
intact.
I could see a line. I would actually do Kapanen with Gallagher and Anderson. I would try that.
Ooh, yeah,
I
yeah.
think I would try that, and then you put a fourth line Evans with Veleno and whoever gets called up. That's what I think I would do.
Yeah, it's not crazy.
Okay.
That's not crazy at all. I actually really, really, really like that as a
Yeah.
proposition. Like, I'm really hoping that's what we're staring at
Yeah.
next
Okay.
game.
We're gonna get to the Instagram questions and thoughts, and then we'll wrap it up. Our boy Malik Joe question: what the hell was that?
Pain.
Yeah, pain. I love that not that meme, but like that was a GIF that GIF of the cartoon yellow dog in the burning room, just saying I'm fine,
Oh yeah.
everything's fine. Like that's how I felt tonight. Like, oh boy, that's a funny one. Mateo _ Di Loretto. Our goalie situation is entirely on Marty St. Louis. Bench a hot goalkeeper for a cold goalkeeper. Now they're both cold. It's tough, man. It's tough to manage this goalie situation, like we said.
But I get where he's coming from, and I think one of our comments on YouTube before, I like what he said. Where is it? I think it was Hi-Fi Sound Guy.
Yeah, he said a lot of comments tonight.
Thank you for your love and support, my man.
He made a lot.
Yeah.
Look, I know it's hard to make a decision with goalie situation, but we've said it so many times. Play the hot goalie. Don't kill streaks. If a goalie is on a streak, keep
Mhm.
it going until they lose it. I think Marty fucked up on that. you did fuck up Dobej's streak. He was doing so well. You take him out when he's on a high. You don't. You know what I mean? You got to. You got to. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally see.
So
Yeah,
before we move on to the next question, I want to know from you guys who's starting Saturday.
yeah. Put your comments in. Let us know.
Monty. And I think it's well deserved.
Yeah. Chris underscore. Oh my God. Chris underscore. How are we how are weenie? How about that? Okay.
That's the same guy from last episode when I couldn't say his name.
Okay, there you go. His is pretty simple. Put the puck in the net.
That would have been nice.
Yeah, that would have been nice, especially tonight. Would have been nice. Oh, Hi-Fi Sound Guy said this about Caulfield. Chris, you too. 0 shots in the tournament, 0. But like, how many shot attempts did he take?
Yes.
Like, you saw the level of frustration in Cole. Like twice, he smacked his stick against the glass. I think up against the boards.
Mark Denis said that was Caulfield who smacked his stick.
Yeah. Give Dobich the net on Saturday. Well, interesting. Look, at this point, I really don't care who's in net. Just stop the pucks and the guys in front. Stop goal. Whichever goalie is in the net, stop the pucks. Defenders defend. Forwards score some bloody goals. Okay. The rink underscore rink 31. Losing Newhook is huge for us. He was doing so well. Now we have no confident goalies. Is it so? I guess he means losing Newhook is a huge loss for us. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. We established that. No confident goalies. I think that's a legit concern. Honestly, again, comes down to the mental toughness. Chris, you mentioned that this one's a write-off. Take it and put it away. I know we said the same thing about the LA Kings game, but if Monty goes in net Saturday against the Bruins, he's got to forget about his performance against the Kings ASAP. And same thing for Dobesh whenever he gets the call for the next game. Jason T. Lalonde.
Jason Derulo. Sorry.
The team is starting to show the need for more firepower up front. Interesting. Maybe, like Anthony said, maybe the another top 6 forward or an actual official second line center. Although to me, I think Kirby Dach is slowly, but not fully playing that role. And you see him being a lot more comfortable, maybe knowing that he's not completely taking on that role. I've been liking Kirby Dach's game as of late. I don't know about you
Zero
guys.
pressure. I think you said it right. I think Dach is Dach right now because there's no pressure on him right now.
Yeah. And finally, our boy Matt Rowdy 333. One word he wrote: sad.
Yeah, right there with you, Matt.
Yeah, it was a sad night, and it's unfortunate it happened Marty's 300th NHL game as a coach. But
it's also Seguin's 1,000th game, right? Was it Tyler Seguin's 1,000?
Tyler Seguin? Possibly. Fuck, Tyler Seguin's been in the league forever. Like it feels like. But
they were showing it through intermission. They had Mr. 1,000. Was it Tyler?
He scored on a breakaway. Made Dobej like Dobej didn't even know what to do on that shot.
You know what's amazing though? Taylor versus Tyler. That whole debate.
Oh, I remember
Taylor
that.
Hall, who was drafted first overall, and Tyler Seguin second. Like
overall.
Tyler Seguin had a hell of a great career in comparison to Taylor Hall. Unfortunately for Taylor Hall, he had a lot of injuries, and he was
so did Seguin. They both did. Man. Yeah, dude. Taylor Hall in Edmonton was
one or two cups. One cup. Only one cup for Tyler Seguin.
Well, his rookie season with Boston, but like he played, but barely. It still counts, but yeah, no. Taylor Hall was him too, plagued with injury. It was amazing in Edmonton, and then that those few seasons he had in Jersey, like the guy was on fire, just carried the team on the shoulders. But him too, just plagued with injuries. Man, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Guys, that's all I got. I don't know if you have anything else to add before we wrap this up. Thanks. Thanks
for the love of God. Win against. Thanks, Rob. Seriously, it's Boston. The shit is like the thing is we can put the shit behind us a lot easier when it's LA, when it's Dallas. But message to the Montreal Canadiens from the bottom of our hearts: Saturday, you have our hearts in hand. Do not crush it. For the love of God, you guys need to be dialed in. We have
Watch
to
it be
find
the
a way
best
to win
game of
that
the
game.
season.
Yeah,
Just
they
It
gotta
will be.
they
Because
gotta
I had
look out
tickets
for.
and I sold them. Just
They
watch
gotta
it be
look
the
out
best
for.
fucking game.
Look out for Zadorov. Zadorov took out Matthews. He better, like, I hate putting this pressure on Arbor, but yeah, like Arbor's gotta really make
Put
sure
him down early.
during the warm ups. They're like, you touch someone, I'm coming after one of your fucking guys. I'm going after
Pasternak.
go after Pasternak or I don't know if McAvoy's playing. I like what
Where's
Rob
Arbor?
said
I
here.
seriously like this
Win
borderline's
overtime
on like
3-2.
criminal charges, and I don't need the police coming to pull up. But if I'm Arbor in the warm up, I'm saying, listen,
You
you
don't
touch
touch
one of
my
our
guy.
guys. First, I'm taking Pasternak's head off, and then I'm gonna drop you. And when you wake up in the hospital, I don't know.
Oh damn! And that's the end of the Curfew Boys forever on YouTube. Just promoting violence. No. Message needs to be clear. Do not touch anybody. Don't touch any of our guys. But yeah, no. Anything else, guys? I want to thanks everybody to that commented. Rob, hi-fi sound guy. Who else was here too? We got Shane Oliver who was here, did some comments too. No, really appreciate it. We appreciate Christian. Yeah, to all the those that sent in their thoughts and questions on Instagram, we really appreciate.
Thank you for your love and support.
Yeah, as always. Well, listen, thanks everybody for tuning in. Tomorrow morning is going to be a different day. Looking forward to hearing some members of the media just dissect this game and dissect the team, how they've been playing as of late. It's Friday. It's going to be the start of the weekend for mostly everybody, not for me, but that's okay because I work tomorrow and on through Sunday. Hey, Sunday, by the way, go Als, go! Bring home the Grey Cup again. It's Sunday. Go Als, go! Don't forget to. I can't forget that. Go Als, go! I'm going to be watching.
They don't have 1 week off.
No, it's not like the NFL. It's they're playing. They're playing. So Sunday.
I'm a horrible fan.
So Sunday, terrible. Sunday against the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Go Als, go! Bring home the cup. Ça sent la coupe, esti. Ça sent la coupe grey. There we go. All right. Yes. So thanks again for tuning in, YouTube or Twitter. Please give us a follow, subscribe to our page. It's absolutely free. Share this with your fellow Habs fans, friends near and far. All of our episodes available on audio platforms, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, any other podcast platform. A big thank you to our sponsors, Les Délices La Frenais, Habs Cave, Mike's Barbecue Rub. Please visit their website. Details are in the or their information's in the details below. And also, you could follow the Curfew Boys on social media platforms such as Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Am I missing anything else? We don't use Facebook. We don't use Twitch. We're
there, but we're not off.
Exactly. We're there, but Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. That's the best place.
And follow us on YouTube. You get to see our beautiful faces. Look at this. Look how beautiful this is. Look, Chris, Sam, me. We're fucking tired.
I saw the hair comments. I don't know who the guy who gave me the hair comment.
Oh, yeah.
I told my barber she was so damn happy.
Go Habs, go. Go Habs, go. Saturday night against the Boston Bruins. We'll see you all then. Until then,
Bye now.
Good night.
Good night.